Apex Legends, the game where I have had to ride out many highs and lows, wins and losses, defeats and more defeats, but this new mode, Armed and Dangerous. The last episode of Apex Tales, I proved I was armed and useless, but I vowed that I would get you that win, and today, I'm gonna deliver, because my name's Ragtag and I'm the greatest gutter-tier gamer on the face of this earth. Now, as my teammate pinged for me to do a nosedive straight onto airbase... Oh yeah, I like it. Aggression. Let's go. I was ready for combat. I was ready for a fight to the death. I was just straight up ready to deliver a lukewarm can of whoop-ass for whatever my opponents were going to throw at me.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's better with ammo, you dumbass. Yeah, you think it's over, do you? Well, I've got more determination than a fingerless monkey trying to climb to the top of a goddamn grease-covered oak tree. Someone took Wraith from me and the gods of fate gave me Caustic, as they always do, but that's alright because Caustic is a living weapon and we were gonna use it. I downed him, he downed me, and in that moment we found each other, and something special happened. Two battleground rejects, tossed aside and flesh torn asunder. We knew the meaning of life, even though the Grim Reaper threatened us. Our inner child within was awoken, and we played with the giant log as our bodies leaked out WD-40, methane and blood. But that didn't matter, because now I finally found someone who understood what it was like to be alone, to be alienated from your squad, to join every single game and feel... Oh, for fuck! Yeah, well, I didn't care. These continuous, countless, consistent, catastrophic early game losses were insignificant obstacles to me because I was filled with something greater, something that gave me purpose. What's going on there? What the hell? Anyway, I was filled with a few... What the name of a Leviathan-crusted turd is going on here? Was it the server? Or was it me? You take a look, other people seem to be moving, so it must be the jump master. Is he lagging out in some kind of mid-air cryostasis? It didn't matter. That's not stopping the gutter tier today. I unfollowed him and went my own way. Because I'm telling you right now, 3 games in a row of early knockdowns would be too much for my fragile ego to bear. But it didn't matter that we were a man down. What mattered now was that I was nowhere near my teammate and I could hear he was in combat. Even though I was distracted, I was thinking about that messed up bug that delayed our landing by about 10 seconds, but we had to find a weapon. I could hear he was desperate for me. He needed me. I was his only hope. I was his only lifeline right now, but I couldn't even open the goddamn door. There he was though. I could see him in front of me and... As I desperately ran across the sandy plains, I was just saying the words internally, don't leave, don't leave, don't leave, and then... Over the course of a few seconds, something happened to me I've not seen in a long time. It washed over me like an ominous shadow with no care for the light, because it blotted out the sun. And then... it set in. Despair. Hope dimmed like a wet candle. And thoughts came to me. Thoughts I didn't want to hear because I'd pushed them to the back of my mind. Give up, you stupid arsehole! You're shite! You think you can play FPS games? You're 40 years old, you stinking dinosaur! Your eyes are so crossed I could play tic-tac-toe in your face! So I thought, yeah, maybe it is time to stop playing video games and take up fishing. I mean, I'm sure I could corner the market by throwing hammers at the salmon instead of using a rod and... No, this is me. Yeah, I might have a wet candle for hope, but it's dripping wet with gas and I'm surrounded by powder kegs. We're getting that win even if we gotta become a freaking ninja to do it. So my fury was pushed aside, and cunning would be my weapon. We needed close combat superiority and a balanced range alternative. Now as I slid across the island looking for a body shield, my surroundings slipped into my constant awareness, and as I crept up on airbase, I did so with extreme caution, as enemies were lurking. So I slithered backwards like Homer Simpson, smoothly reversing from Flanders Garden back to his own domain. The only shots I'd be firing would be at the squawks, because their loot was safer than a full enemy team's. And as I hugged the ring, Mirage sent his bamboozle towards me, but like a deep-sea predator, I lay perfectly still. They hadn't seen me. And with 7 squads becoming 6, I knew what we had to do. Observe, take minimal risk. Okay, maybe the occasional cheeky bastard shot, but mainly minimal risk, hugging walls and trees and bushes as we scuttled around the edges to go unnoticed. The tactics paid off, and I found myself in the final 3. This would be my redemption, and when I saw a lone Octane, I wondered if I could end him with a single shot. Because armor was, yeah, well, worth a try. Back to the shadows we went. Finally, the other 2 teams went at it. One bunkered, one trying to enter. This was my chance to take them all out once and for all.
Punching a tunnel.
Cockback, you're so close! You put your head right down the barrel of gun, you retard! I'd say I handled that loss pretty well, but whatever the result of that game, it seemed to flip a switch inside me. You know, the kind that you feel that fate has finally looked down on you after they've spent the entire day rubbing their boot heel covered in dog shit all over your face? You know, like that helping hand that says, hey, I'm gonna give you the gift of consistency. Where everything that has been going wrong is finally gonna turn the other way. At least for a while. And with the power of that coursing right through my veins, especially my nutsack, I put the foot on the gas to see exactly what could be done with this feeling.
Enemy down. Enemy taken out.
Nice work, you're good. Frag out.
I felt sharp, I felt alive, I felt enemies creeping up my arsehole, and Bloodhound was still fucking miles away! We'd have to do this as a duo.
Opening.
Bloodhound went down, nothing we could do for him now except win this battle, which actually felt more like a war. Yeah, use the Peacekeeper instead of the Triple Take, then the Triple Take instead of the Peacekeeper, you pathetic loser. I know, but hey, you know what? Fate was still batting for the gutter tier, so it didn't matter. Shooting, moving, and keeping the enemy on their toes, that was all that was required right now. I felt possessed, like my body was moving at the speed of a skilled player but with the mind of a confuddled baboon. I needed to get to high ground for a breather, but we weren't done yet.
Killed an enemy. They spotted me.
All that time fighting and we started to realise maybe we might actually win this. 6 squads remaining, my teammate is actually capable, and I know this because he hasn't whined like a little bitch yet, and he's still alive. That's 2 very important points to bear in mind whilst you're vetting your random squad's usefulness. Anyway, we took a few pot shots at passers-by, but ultimately ended up hanging around on the same rooftop until we met another squad who were also hitting their shots today.
Hostile spotted.
With me being hungry for more kills, I didn't actually realise how low my teammate was and he was begging for health. So I abandoned the attack, went back to try and heal him up, and oh, down he went. Must have been the ring, because there's nothing on the kill feed. Anyway, we won't talk about that. Let's keep going.
You're being aimed at. Killed an enemy.
Yeah, swap the armor. Oh, fuck! Is this it? Had fate really decided to stick it between my cheeks at the last hurdle? I'd done 74 damage to that Bangalore. All I needed to do was smack him once. My stomach was about to flip inside out with all of these misses, and then... as if there was ever any doubt, pal. Oh, apparently we didn't kill that last wraith either, but that's alright. Fate's on our side, pal. You can do it. You've got this.
Hostile close.
Turns out the Pathfinder must have had a level 4 knockdown shield. He's rezzed himself. It's now a 1v2. Ho ho ho! Look, guys, I'm really trying to bring you a fucking win here, but that's the closest I could do right now. I'm definitely getting better though, right? Right? Okay, maybe most of that was luck. Just put a nice comment below. You motherfucking cunt!